with all her passion and energy when she walks into the room. You guys feel it in her fire and her passion. So without further ado, I get to introduce you guys to Marketing Director Pamela Pacheco. Great morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Great morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. Thank you so much for taking time out and hosting this morning. And thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We're excited. We're excited to be here with you guys today. I love seeing such an attitude of gratitude. So many things people are thankful for today and every day, right? I think like today's practices should be practiced throughout the entire year. But grateful to be here with you guys. Again, like she said, my name is Pamela Pacheco, and I'm just honored, pleasured, and privileged to be here with you guys on this Thanksgiving beautiful morning, November 26th, 2020. On this special edition of Gratitude and Gems. I am excited. Oh my goodness. I have the honor of sharing this platform with two of the most dynamic human beings that I have the honor, pleasure, and privilege of not only calling my success partners, right, but being able to do life with this dynamic individuals. And I'm going to get right into this. I've been in entrepreneurship the last 7 years, and one of the things that I have realized that is so important, that is absolutely instrumental to your success, is surroundings. Right? Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the thinking that outthinks you. And I remember when I got started 7 years ago on my journey to entrepreneurship, I was a commercial banker and I loved doing what I was doing, right? However, I understood that garbage in was garbage out. And however I started my day was going to set the tone for my day. And there was so many times that I was just like, I needed some positivity. So I was looking forward to these type of calls because I knew that it was going to set the tone for me to have an incredible day, for me to be so thankful. And why I'm talking about surroundings is because who are you surrounding yourself with that's allowing you to have these type of conversations, right? That you're talking about gratitude, that you're talking about goals, that you're starting off the day positively, right? Because they tell you, tell them who your friends are, and I'll tell you where you're going, right? Well, I'm excited. Today is a first speaker, right? This woman has a background in social media marketing. She has a heart to serve the communities locally and abroad like no other. She is the guru when it comes to social media. She is the guru when it comes to women empowerment. She just came back from a Vogue vacation where she had hundreds of women tuned in from all over the world in Puerto Rico. Talk about empowerment and enlightenment. She builds schools around the world. She is just a dynamic human being. Like when she walks in the room, you automatically feel her presence. Without further ado, Miss Giovanna Guzman, how you doing? I love that hat, giving me all type of Puerto Rican vibes this morning. Yes, auntie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pam. You're amazing. As always, you always bring the energy. Thank you so much, Kadian. And I'm super excited to be connected on this line with all of you amazing peeps. This is a moment of, it's an excitement that, I've always been excited. I'm sure Pam has always been excited, Hattie, Kadian. But it's an excitement that I've never felt before. You know what I mean, Pam? Like, it's different. It just feels very different. And so, first and foremost, I just want to say congratulations to all you guys for being on this line, for being here, and just thank you for the opportunity to get connected on this line on this beautiful morning and just be able to share my thoughts and just be connected with you guys. When Kadian asked, what are you so grateful for? I mean, for me in particular, I'm super grateful for my relationship with God. I didn't have a relationship with God prior to this concept, prior to these individuals, prior to this culture. And so I'm super grateful in this season. This is the first Thanksgiving that I'm going into this season with a completely different perspective on life and a completely different perspective in a relationship with God. And aside from that, just having the opportunity to get connected with you beautiful people on this line, because we've gone through so much during this season that there's a lot of people that unfortunately are just not with us nowadays. And so I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'm super excited about the season that we are all about to walk into, that we are all in, and excited to just be going with you guys, with these powerful individuals and all this amazing stuff. So as Pam said, my name is Giovanna. Giovanna Guzman. I am, my family's from Puerto Rico. I'm super Latina, super Boricua, as we say. But I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. And so, I'm actually big news, and you guys are probably hearing it first. I did post it on Instagram, but I'm actually moving back to Puerto Rico next month. I'm 28 years young, and I am a social media marketer. I went to college, studied social media marketing, and also did some stuff in like liberal arts, and I did a whole bunch of stuff in college. But I'm super passionate about social media marketing, and it's something that I've been doing for a long time. But I found myself in a position in my life, I want to say about 3 years ago, when I first got introduced to network marketing and World Ventures in particular, when I was just like seeking for something greater. And I was having this call the other day with somebody, and it just felt a lot more profound to realize like how much we underestimate truly what can happen in a matter of a year, in a matter of 2 years. Like I was just somebody that was seeking for something more in my life. And when you seek and you continue to ask and you continue to wonder, you'll find the answers to that stuff. And so, I was in a position in my life where I was ready for something more, and I didn't know what that more was, but I started seeking. And, like Pam said, I started to get around some people that were different, that spoke different, did different things, read books, and just really started to get around some powerful individuals. And that's when I got introduced to this whole entire industry, this whole entire profession, this whole entire beautifulness that we have and that I have access to. So here's what I want to do for you guys today. We do have some other speakers, but last night I was trying to think of some things that I was going to talk about today. To be honest with you, we've been going through a lot in these past couple of days, a lot of excitement. And late last night, after I got off all these phone calls and all these Zooms, I ended up getting off of the phone around like 12 a.m. And thanks to Hadi, I have this whole calendar now, and I'm filling out this calendar. I'm excited to fill out this calendar. And so I'm like, at the end of the night, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? It's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm like thinking about what I'm talking about. And I'm like, given the nature that we're in right now, this is a time where, we don't have that much time to prepare for these calls because we're so busy calling people and excited. And so, it's a time where your brain either shuts off, like when you're under pressure, or it like completely turns on and it starts working overtime. And for me, it starts working overtime. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? Like just thinking, and pondering. And I'm like, oh my God, I would love to share on this lovely morning a little bit of a Zoom call that I did with a group of women. It was like on a whim one night. It just happened randomly. It stemmed from a conversation that I had with a friend, and they absolutely loved it. So here goes a little bit of the background. It was a night that there was a lot of confusion. A lot of people kept asking me about the compensation plan and like how we could do this. And there was like little whispers, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, when it comes to the compensation plan, and luckily I have been challenging myself in this area because Pam, God knows the comp plan and green stuff is fatal for me, and it's just a part of me that's not my strength zone. But God always prepares us. We know he always prepares us for us to learn and to grow and to challenge ourselves. And so again, I'm like, how do I help these girls understand that although I am about to simplify this comp plan, although I have been studying it, although I have been educating myself, like this just isn't where it's at. And I'll speak for myself in particular. So, it just hasn't been my strength zone. The comp plan and focusing on cycling this and this right, this left hasn't been, it for me. I didn't know much of the back office till later on when I was already a marketing director. And so I came up with this recipe, guys. It's my secret recipe, pun intended. And it is not a secret. Now, it's not like a secret. It's a secret, okay? I'm super corny. But anyway, the disclaimer for this recipe is that you might have your own recipe. If you do, awesome. Stick with your own recipe. You might have your own seasoning, or you might have more seasoning and add different stuff to it. Amazing. You might have a little bit less seasoning in some areas, or you might spice it up, a lot more than I do. Everybody is different, but just to get into it, here's mine. This is a recipe I use for my past success. This is the recipe that I'm using for my current success. And this is the recipe that I'm using for my success that I'm about to walk into. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my not so Puerto Rican caldero, because it's not so Puerto Rican. It's just a basic. And it's, I don't know what the brand is, but don't worry. It's not no MLM brand. Anyway, so this is the starters of the recipe, right? So I pour a little bit of charisma right here, right in this pie. You know, people ask me, gee, how do you have what you have? How do you do what you have? I have a lot of charisma. I'm just excited about life and excited to talk to the people. So you're gonna pour a little bit of charisma. If you got a lot, then, you know, awesome. All right, you're gonna pour a lot of excitement or a little bit of excitement. It really just depends on you. I usually have a lot of excitement, so we gonna pour all that excitement up in there. The next part of the recipe is a little bit of mental grit. You know, you don't have to be the strongest person on the planet. You don't have to be the most, like, you could still be yellow. You could still be who you are, but you got to have a mental grit, because we all know that business and in this profession and in life, things get really hard, okay? We're going to pour up some focus, some enfoque. We got to focus, right? We got to focus on our goals and what we desire out of life. And then boom, in here in this pot, we're gonna pour a little bit of desire to help some people aside from yourself. Okay, we always have to have that in the back of our minds. You know, we're not the only ones that, you know, got to get to the places that we want to get to. Think about ways that you can help people. So we're gonna pour some of that in there. And then last but not least, we are gonna pour a whole bunch of hunger. Like Les Brown says, you gotta be hungry. And so that was the purpose of this, you know, mixing kitchen stuff, mixing all this excitement and making it fun for these ladies, and helping them understand that, you know, what I have and what I'm walking into is a combination of things that have nothing to do with the back office, have nothing to do with the compensation plan, and has everything to do with the characteristics that build me up as an individual and build us up as an individual. And again, you might have a completely different recipe. Maybe you are a little bit more analytical. Maybe that's what works for you. But just so I can help the ladies around me understand, it didn't, for me, it wasn't the compensation plan. It wasn't studying the binary. It wasn't studying how to cycle left and how to cycle right. It was just literally me being all of these characteristics, but for the most part, super hungry. If you have that burning desire and you have this excitement going into this season, whether you are confused about how to start, where to start, or what you're gonna do, doesn't matter as long as you are super excited. So if you're a little bit confused and you're thinking about, okay, I'm going into this launch, like, man, tomorrow's Black Friday, we're about to do all this amazing stuff, and trust and believe, we are all equally starting off the same playing field. I know just as much as you do, maybe, you know, at this point. And so just go back to your strength zone. You know, what are your strengths? Go back to your homemade recipe, or what made you have the success that you once had, whether it was in this industry, in this profession, or whether it was outside of it. Keep it simple and don't overcomplicate yourself. You know, in this combo in particular, we developed an idea. Myself, Alex, and Ashley, which are my upline. Ashley's my sponsor and Alex is Ashley's sponsor. We came up with this thing called Mission 1000. And so if you're wondering what some people in this profession and in this industry are doing, awesome. What I would say is stick to what your upline has going on for you. But our Mission 1000 has just allowed us to walk in the direction of impacting a lot of lives by helping them make $1,000 every single month. Right. And so we're working on that mission, and it's focused on the bronze level, just because we understand and studying the compensation plan, how quickly we can get to $1,000 with the bronze plan. And, you know, we're launching also in this season with a lot of love and compassion. You know, myself in particular with the women's movement, I'm launching something called a compassion campaign, and it's sending a lot of love. It's networking, it's connecting with people by simply asking them how they are doing, and just getting to know people on a more personal and a more compassionate level. I'll say, you know, just to bring on, you know, everybody else on here, I'll leave you guys on this lovely Thanksgiving with this simple stuff. All in all, I think in the conversations that I have been having with a lot of people and helping people understand the season that we're in, it's bringing everybody, and I believe everybody, to an awareness of where you currently stand right now in your life. An awareness of where you need to improve in your life. It's so important, and keyword, awareness, because if you're not aware, then how can you improve? And so just be aware of where you currently stand right now in this season that you're in, an awareness of where you need to improve on, because we all need to improve, and an awareness of where you would like to go in this season so far, where you would like this season to take you and where you would like to be. So, you know, with that, I'll leave you guys with a bunch of love, a lot of gratitude, and a lot of excitement. Get excited, keep things simple in this season, and just show a lot of love. Soften your heart. This is a season where things are changing, and in order for things to change, you have to change. And there's so much beauty that will come with this season. So thank you so much, Pam. Thank you so much, Katie. And thank you so much, Heidi, for this opportunity. And I am super excited.
Yeah. I love the recipe. It's the secret recipe. It's not a secret anymore because Giovanna Guzman just blessed us. Congratulations to your move to Puerto Rico, mi amor. La hija del encanto va a estar más encantadora contigo. But thank you so much for blessing us, guys, man. Show Gio some love, guys. Blow up the chat, blow up her social media. But more than anything, guys, use this recipe. Use it throughout the entire holiday season and bless more people with it. Yes, thank you so much. Let me know if you guys got the recipe. We got charisma, excitement, focus, desire to help others. That is big. That is so big, right? And hunger, compassion, campaign. Yes, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Absolutely. Blessings on blessings. Moving right along, man. So, you know, one of the greatest things that we've been talking about is your surroundings. And I remember when I first heard about this woman, Hadiatu, and I was just hearing so many amazing things about her. And for the first time ever, she actually came to Miami, Florida, where I had started my entrepreneurship journey, and I got to hear her speak. And I was blown away. You know, sometimes they hype people up, and when you get to meet them, you're like, they're all right, you know, but she went above and beyond. She exceeds your expectations. This woman is as graceful. She is as graceful as they come, as humble as they come, but she is as savage as they come. As much as people think that she loves to have fun, she does love to have fun because she is a great time, but she gets the job done. She is a high multiple six-figure earner in multiple businesses. She's been on panels like Travel Noir. She is a huge philanthropist. She feeds the homeless every Wednesday. She is an amazing mom, an amazing wife, an amazing daughter, sister. The list goes on and on and on. And the greatest thing above and beyond, like all of her success, is that she has all of this success, but she still stays true to who she is, true to who she is. She is a servant leader. She does not do things like this early for not too many people, right? But man, she's just blessed to be a blessing and continues to do so. And not only do I get the honor, pleasure, and privilege of calling her a success partner, a mentor, and a leader, but I get to call her my dear sister friend as well. Miss Hadiatu Doumbouya, International Marketing Director, International Speaker. How you doing? How you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, loves. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I'm in the car. You know, we got to transport to get to the family for the holidays. But I am here with you all. I am excited to be here. And Pam, thank you for your servant leadership and continuously putting together this platform. People need to start their day off right, like you said. And it is so important that if they didn't already come into this with the great surrounding, that we give them a way to acquire that if they want it. So it's always here for you. So thank you so much for that. And Gio, yes, recipe. She said a little charisma, you know, a little excitement. Like, I love it. I love it. I needed all of that. And I'm like, now what can I put that in for my vegan Thanksgiving that'll make my vegan Thanksgiving taste better while I'm watching everybody eat turkey? Like, what can I put? Okay. So guys, so grateful to be here. Definitely grateful and thankful to spend some time. When you ask like what we're thankful for, it's so many different things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful as it pertains to this company. I'm thankful that we get to move as a family. I'm thankful that our top leaders made that decision to think about us first. I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to share a multi-million-dollar platform with people that have servant leadership inside of them, but also have the vision to take so many people with them. So I am so grateful that we all were the ones that stood the test of time to now actually get blessed with what we deserve. So I'll tell you, in my 8-year journey with network marketing, I have experienced some ups and downs. And I can tell you that I've had some downs that would have taken most out. And boy, they almost took your girl out too. True story. And I think back, like I was just in DC this past weekend, and Keith Willis, another international marketing director, he put together just like a training for some people. And towards the end of it, there was a video, and I might cry talking about it because I was bawling during this time. In the video, it just showed the people that you start with might not be the people that you end with. And it was showing some of the top people that have been in his life through this have literally, and for a lot of his people, it's been in the last 6 months that they've all kind of just fallen off. Life has taken them out the game. Decisions have taken them out the game. And I started going through and just thinking about the trials and tribulations that I've had. Guys, I started network marketing and did not have any friends that did this with me. Please understand that that's common. Some of you are still holding on to the fact that your cousin or your brother or your sister's not doing this with you, instead of just being faithful enough to understand that God didn't put them in your organization because he knew you didn't need them, because he knew that they would sabotage them, because he knew that it would take you out the game, right? So some people get stuck on that. And then you start to get stuck on even just thinking about, the ones that left. Like, so first we're like stuck on the ones that didn't join with us, right? It's like, God, I just wish. Then you start thinking about the ones that got in and man, they would have been great, but they fell out. And you start questioning. And guys, when we do that, it means that we're like lacking in faith. And as we go into this new season, that is not a place that we could be. I made a post like late last night, and it was talking about the grass is greener syndrome. And the grass is greener syndrome is when you keep looking at somebody else's grass, thinking about how green it is. You're comparing your now to their now, not knowing what they had to do to get to that now, right? And so you're literally watching over there. And I'm telling you what that looks like, how you know you're in that place. You're constantly complaining. You're always looking for a problem. If you guys have been on the phone with those types of people, get away. You don't want to start feeling any of that from them. You're instead of enjoying your present and your now, you're looking so far into the future that you can't even enjoy the moment that we're in right this second. Like right this second within our company, right this second, tomorrow is going to be the biggest day you've ever had in network marketing, right? But the grass is greener syndrome makes you keep thinking further and further away. And yes, we're excited about Crown Royale, but you've got to get yourself grounded as to where you are so that you can win your day, especially tomorrow. I said in my post, so you guys can go look at it, I put a couple of other things. I also said in my post, I said, when you start feeling that you're getting that, it might be because of your friends are talking about a certain thing, or social media does that. It makes you look at people's relationships. We've all done it. You look at somebody's relationship, you get that grass is greener syndrome. You see a couple smiling so pretty, you don't know if he's choking her out at night. But you start wishing for what they have, and you don't know that that is nothing like what you want. When you start feeling that you're getting that envious, that jealousy, because that's really what the grass is greener syndrome is. It's that jealousy that's like deep rooted inside of you. When you start to feel that, here's what you have to do. You have to wake yourself up. It is nobody else's job to bring you out of that. It is yours, because you put yourself there. When you start feeling that, when your friends are putting you in that place, you've got to have that fortitude to say, I'm doing too much. I'm not going in the direction that I want. And if I want to lead people to the promised land, I've got to make that shift. When you start feeling yourself get there, smack yourself quickly, because we don't have time for that over here. See, where we're at right now is we are going to be present in the moment and embrace everything that's happening to us along the way. Guys, we have a brand new beginning. This is it. This is our brand new beginning for us to go ahead and start this bad boy over. I was telling this to Pam yesterday. I said, there were so many things when I started World Ventures 8 years ago that I was like, damn, I wish I would have done this. And I wish I would have done this. And I was like 5 years in, I'm saying, I wish I would have, That's grass is greener, by the way. If when you start doing like, if it was like this, I wish I could. If I had this person on my team, that's all grass is greener syndrome. So what I decided, because I realized that I had that without even realizing, I wasn't going to go nowhere, but I was looking at that. The grass is pretty over there, right? You just start looking, you admire it a little bit. So what I realized was that I'm going to go ahead and water my damn grass. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that this run is the best run that I've ever been on in my entire life. I'm going to make sure all the things that I feel like that I missed out on before, the relationships that I did not create before, that I go ahead and do that. That the leadership that I was missing before, that I go ahead and perfect and work on that on a daily basis. So let's just talk about what will it take to win here. Okay. So we're in a very new season, an exciting season, a pumped up season. Like Like literally, I was telling Pam, like, I'm like, my tonsils, my voice, it's sore. I have emergency warmed up so I can drink this to be able to just like, I've been on the phone, on calls all day, every day. Some calls just to go ahead and strategize to get my mind ready for it, just to hear what other leaders are doing. You know, I'm spending this season to make sure I'm connecting with as many people within our organization. Guys, I did not do that before. Before, I was the girl that's like, let me just do my own thing and get it done. I mean, that's me. My personality is I don't go ask for help. Like Pam does a very good job of connecting with other leaders. Hadiatu is not like that. As friendly as I am, I'm good alone. And I really put myself in a spot that made it harder because I did not create relationships, long-lasting relationships. I didn't do that stuff. So I started to do that more and more as these last 2 weeks, guys. I have not known about this. I know to some people, they think the international marketers, we've known about this. There were people on my team that knew about stuff before I did. I didn't know anything that was going on. But the minute that I did, I made that mental shift. I know that there were some people that it was harder for them to make that mental shift. The way that I'm set up, I don't. Like the minute that I know that this is where I'm going, and Pam will tell you, Pam was like, I don't know. I know right away, instantly, like the way my gut is set up. I'm like, this is what we're doing. And I'm here. I'm so locked in. I can't see straight. And so I said, what do I got to do? How do I got to make this happen? What will it take to win here? So number one, you need to have some clearly defined goals. When I started in World Ventures and network marketing, I mean, I knew that I wanted to waive my fees. You know, I thought that that was cool, but I didn't have any clearly defined financial goals. And when you don't have them, it allows you to wander and take longer. It took us 6.5 years to hit the top level of the company. It was lack of clearly defined goals. So with us here, it's not people, it's volume. I need you all to make the mental shift right now that you do not think about people, but you think about volume. One person can bring you more volume than 15 people could bring us in our last company. Volume. So I need you to start thinking about how much can each person consume in their household. And then I need you to do this. I need you to be able to go to the comp plan for Secret. That is our comp plan. I know Gia's like, I'm not a comp plan girl. And I wasn't either. I wasn't. But that's probably why I didn't make the money that I should have made before. I didn't know what it took. I didn't know what I was shooting at. You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting. I just don't know what I'm shooting at. And so I don't understand all of the semantics behind the comp plan, but I know that it tells you how much volume you need left and right to be able to win. And so I need you to have clearly defined goals, and I need you to go ask your team for those same things. When we get off this call, I'm going to my leaders and saying, exactly how much volume are you purchasing tomorrow? And are you personally selling tomorrow? Volume, clearly defined goals. Because once you understand that, you can see exactly where you place in the comp plan. Guys, we're starting at 0-0. I get it. Some of us are coming with the downline, but not today, Craig. So you start at 0-0 and you work it that way. So let's go ahead, have clearly defined goals. Number 2, you got to be bold. You got to go back to the people that were in with you before that maybe they quit. Maybe it hurt your feelings that they quit. You go back to them and let them know what's going on. You don't need to beg people, but here's what I need you all to understand. Life happens. You don't understand if somebody close to somebody passed away, if they got married, if they got pregnant, if just life hit them in the face while they were in WV. You don't know if they have health concerns that Secret can help alleviate. You don't know if they were just a person was like, I just can't build a team. I can sell some stuff, but I can't just build a team. Be bold enough to go back and throw your ego and your pride to the side because it will never pay a bill. I want you to also go back to the people that said no. And here's how I'm going back to the people that said no. I'm not asking them to say yes to me again, like to join my team. I don't think I need them, but here's what I'm going to do. Hey, so-and-so, I know you could enjoy me with, World Ventures. I've been doing that for 8 years. We won. You got to see me travel all over. It was awesome. I wish you would have been there with us. However, right now I need your support. Support. Yeah. So we partnered with another industry giant, and I want you to be able to benefit like I'm going to benefit. Now, I'm not asking for a commitment like you got to join my team. I'm not asking you for that, girl. But like, what are you taking to build your immune system right now? Like right now when things are really nuts, like what are you doing? Nothing? Okay, cool. You can support me that way because it'll support you at the same time. What are you doing to take care of your skincare during this winter season? What are you doing to just take care of your health in general? I'm asking those things. Whenever they tell me what they're doing or not doing, I'm going to go ahead and implement one of the products that we have. Now, you don't need to know all the products, but you need to know some of them. I had one of our leaders, Gerald, yesterday on the call. Let me make sure that I wrote this down. Okay, yeah. Yesterday, he's talked about, you should know like 3 to 5 products, make those be yours. Yours. You pick what they are. I don't care what they are, but make those be yours. And you need to know the feature, the function, and the benefit of them. The feature, the function, and the benefit. So let's do the greens, okay? The feature of the greens. So the greens are actually a pill or a powder. You could choose how to use them. That's the feature, okay? It's green tablets. That's the feature. Function. It allows you to get all your vegetable servings in one whop. That's huge. Most of us don't get all of our nutrients. I'm vegan and I don't get all my greens that I need in a day, right? So that's the function behind it. It allows you to get all of that. Benefit. Healthy lifestyle saves you time. So you know what your people need and you need to attach the benefit to what they need. Guys, this season right now, this season that we're in right this second is not a cold market season. This is a warm market season. This is a hot market season. So you should know a couple of things about the different people. And so I need you to be bold enough to go back. I also need you to care. I need you to care about people enough that although I'm giving you financial goals that you're going after and I'm telling you to go sell, I want you to care about people enough that you understand where they are. I mean this. There are people that are within your organization that just haven't won yet, right? They just haven't won yet. And you know, like they're committed. I need you to care enough for you to have conversations with them to recalibrate them. I need you to care enough for the people that are in your organization right now. Maybe they've checked out during this season. I need you to care enough and forgive them enough to give them a second shot because we're given a second shot over and over and over again by him. We got it? Then I need you to start remembering your why. Guys, why did you get started in network marketing? Why? What was it? Because some people are still having, a transition issue. They're like, well, I don't know when Dream Trips is coming back. Slow down, yo. You didn't get started in network marketing because of just Dream Trips or because of skincare. You didn't get started because of that. What was it? How do you get yourself back to that point? Who was it? Maybe you told yourself you were going to take care of your family, but then, as the years went on, you decided to use that money to go buy other stuff. I want you to understand the minute that you start straying away from your why is the minute that you will not get the things that you truly wanted out of this. It's just not going to happen because then you turn into a liar. Got it? So I want you to make sure you recalibrate and get back to your why. I need you to also be open. Open. I need you to be open to learn. I need you to be that person that's like this. Listen, in my organization, I have people that have been in Avon or Mary Kay or other companies. And on our calls, let me tell you what I tell them. I'm ready to learn from you. You've done this before. I haven't. I need you to forget that you had a rank because a rank didn't mean anything. Anybody on my team will know, like, it's rare that like I put my rank on a flyer because I feel that people get so attached to their rank that they forget the responsibility. So for me, I'm like, listen, I'm going to be open to learning from everybody to see. I have people on my team that have been in sales for years. I've never, outside of us doing what we did what Dream Trips, I never had even wanted to do sales, thought about sales. So when I say I am an open blank canvas, as a leader, you've got to be that person that has enough humility to realize there are people that have strengths within your organization that can really propel you to another level. But if they feel that you're that type of leader that they can't talk to, that they can't give ideas to, you make sure that you stay in a box and you don't grow. I want us to grow bigger, faster, and stronger than we ever have before. I want to see new people hit ranks. I want people to pass me 2 and 3 times. So we've got to make sure that we're open. And last but not least, what is it going to take for us to win here is for you to believe. I need you to start believing in yourself again. Guys, we've all gone through so many different things in life. I mean, I don't know if you're like new to our company or not, but in life, we like been through some stuff. And so sometimes you forget what you deserve, right? You just don't believe that it's possible. I'll tell you the true determining factor and what switched things for us to hit the top level in our last company. It was belief for me. My work ethic has always been there. I'm a hard worker, like through and through. That's just like my personality. I'm going to work really hard no matter what. But I didn't believe that I could actually hit the top. I just didn't believe it. It seemed so far away. It just seemed so far away. I didn't believe that I was a strong enough leader. They call that imposter syndrome, where you're given a role and you don't believe that you can fulfill it. Like I went through that during this pandemic. I've been like shifting and doing some different things within my career. And I'm like, am I good enough for this? I just questioned myself so much. I just didn't believe. I need you guys to start believing that this last month of the year, the last 30 something days of this year, this is what I want you to do. I want you to start believing that in this last couple of days of the year, you can make more money and more impact than you did the full 11 months prior. I need you to believe that. See, I had this goal and it was super aggressive. I was talking on a call and I said, I don't know why. And this is like a number that just came on my heart. I have no idea why it came on my heart, but this is what came. I was like, and this was maybe about 2 weeks ago. I said, I want to make an extra $20,000 on top of everything that I already do. I want to make an extra $20,000 by the end of the year. Now, listen, I had no idea how. And I said 2 weeks. This was maybe a month ago. This was prior to us knowing what was going on. So, I have multiple streams of income. So I'm trying to like map out. And I kept looking at them like, girl, if you got to map it out, it ain't going to work because none of these numbers add up. None of them added up. But I put it out there and I believed it with every fiber in my being. I was like, I'm going to make an extra $20,000. I don't know where it's coming from, how it's coming from. And lo and behold, we decided to combine forces with Secret. And I started to understand more and more of the compensation plan. I started to understand more and more of if I help the people that I sponsor, that I could get matching bonuses on them. I started to understand more and more that each person that is in my organization now, they might spend $300 or $400, and before their volume was maybe $50 or $100 with us. I started to understand that because I said that and believed in it, that it could happen. I need this to be a season of belief. I need you to have that at the forefront of your mind. I need you to believe when other people do not believe. I need you to be the person that when somebody comes to you and they're like hesitant, or maybe on Black Friday, something crashes because we're about to bring something they ain't never seen before. I need you to be that person that calms everybody down instead of fanning the fire. I need you to be like, yeah, that's about right. We broke it. That's kind of what we do. Like we mess ish up. That's what we do. That's just us. This is what we do. I need you to have that type of spirit. I need you to believe that today, Thanksgiving, when you're being with your family, spending time, that there's going to be a cutoff time with your family. And you guys don't have to listen to me. I am not your upline for most of you guys. You don't have to listen to me. But if you believe that you deserve more, then you're going to have to also do more. See, when that belief gets so strong, it forces you to do more. When you believe that, like I used to always say, like, I just always have a six pack. Like, I don't know what it is, but you know what it would do? It would make me work out. Like, because I said it too much. Like, I just believed that was possible. I held myself accountable to it. So what that means is that at the end of the day, after you're done with your family, spend time, enjoy them. But understand the best Thanksgiving, the best thing to be grateful for is you actually living up to what you said you were going to do. There are so many people that are on this call that did not live up to what they said they were going to do in World Ventures, and it made their family stop believing. I need you to be that person that makes them believe again today. We have that opportunity. you have the opportunity to go get some pre-orders. And when I'm saying pre-orders, figure out 5 top things that you believe in full-heartedly. And you call people and ask them to support you with that. Maybe it's the greens and the protein. Maybe it's this, like somebody's alarm's going off. Maybe it's this. Maybe it is the magnetic mask. Maybe it's that. I don't know, but I need you to come up with a couple of things that you believe in. And I need you to be that person that gets that in front of people today. See, I want to just ask while we're sitting here, let me know in the comments, how many people are you committed to calling and reaching out to? How many today? The holiday of thanks, the gratitude. How much gratitude do you truly have for the position that you've been put in? How many people? How many? I want to see it. Like, I want to see the exact number. We see 100 people. I want to see that exact number. And Pam's going to screenshot this just so you know. So when you come back, like it's just not working. We're just going to come back and say on Thanksgiving Day, how many? See, for me, it's hundreds. Hundreds. I'm literally calling everybody that was in the downline. I'm doing that. I'm literally going back to the people that told me no. I'm reaching out to people on social media that, maybe they got in and got out. I said, hey, can you support me one more good time? I'll always support you. Yeah, girl, what is it? I need you to purchase something for me tomorrow on Black Friday. That's it. Okay, girl, how much do I need to spend? I'd love it if you spent 100, but if that's pushing it, we can find something for less. That's it. I'm going to go through and do that. And I'm going to do that for me. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm going to do that because what I want is to go into secret with a bang. I don't want us to be a secret as we walk in. I want them to be like, holy shit, this is WV. I mean, they've done very well as a company. Let me fix that. We've done very well as a company, right? But I want it to be something different. I want everybody to understand at Black Friday, it's like their biggest day of the year by far. I want us to triple that as a company. I want us to do that together. See, if there's one thing that I could say that has happened through all of this is that more leaders are combined. More leaders are opening up their calls. More leaders are starting to understand that it is us versus everybody. Like, it's us. And we have the strongest leadership team, the most committed leaders right here in the entire industry. I am so blessed and honored to be able to share my heart with all of you guys. It's funny because Gio, when you started this morning and you were like, I was thinking last night what I'm going to talk about. Let me tell you the truth. Girl, I didn't even think about that. And that's so opposite of me. Like, I ended up writing notes, but like the normal me likes to prepare notes for every single meeting. And when you said that, I'm like, I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I sat, and while you were talking, I'm taking notes on what you're saying. And I said, she got this really good recipe for everything. What can I put in the pot too? And I'm hoping that what I put in the pot will allow you guys to have the best Thanksgiving that you've ever had in your entire life. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be here with you. Let's go get this. Let's crush this for ourselves, for our future children, our future family. Let's crush this for the people that we're fighting in the meetings that we don't even talk to. There are some top leaders that we don't talk to, and we don't know how hard that they've been fighting for us on a continuous basis. So Pamela, I am completely and totally out. So Secret Agent Hadiatu, out.
Absolutely love you. Love it. Yes, guys. Oh my goodness. This was amazing. Please tell me you guys took as copious notes as I have right over here. Yes, Hadi. Yes, Gio. The grass is greener syndrome. Wow, wow, wow. Man, I don't even know why she made me go last, to be honest with you. But I am just blown away. Thank you so much, Hadi. Thank you so much, Gio. This was absolutely amazing. So, guys, I'm not going to take too much of the time today to finish off the call. Thank you, Sonia, for writing it in, guys. Again, clear, define goals, be bold, know 3 to 5 products, know their feature, the function, the benefits, right? Know your why, show people you care, be open to learn and believe. Let's crush it. Along with the secret recipe that Giovanna gave us, charisma, excitement, focus, desire to help others, and be hungry. Now, so to finish off the call today, right? as we are sharing how grateful we are, and this is the Gratitude and Gems special edition. I hope you guys have been getting value from this call. I just want to talk about really quick. I just broke down the acronym GOALS, right? And when we're thinking about goals, how the ladies have said, we're not really the normal people when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to servant leadership, right? And when it comes to just life in general. So I don't expect any of us to really go into this holiday season like normal people do, right? Because at the end of the day, average people, they welcome other average people because they justify each other's mediocrity. And I'm not saying that anybody on this call is going to be mediocre or anything like that. If you just choose to be relaxed, right? If you just choose to really not go after it during this holiday season. But I'm going to tell you, the next 36 hours can completely change the trajectory of not only the next 3 to 6 months, but the next 3 to 6 years of your life. And here's why I will tell you, right? A lot of people will tell you, how you start something, it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. However, in this particular instance, like Hadiatu said, it is so important for us to start off here with a bang. It is so important for us to collapse as a unit, show people that the unity that we have in this company is not because of so much of our sales background, is not so much because of us wanting to, be successful. No. It's because of the strength in numbers. It's because of the unity that we have as a family, okay? Because it's that unity. It's the one factor of us wanting to make sure that all of us are successful. Like Hadiatu said, all of our calls have been open. Why? Because as a unit, we want to go up, okay? As a unit, we want our presence to be felt. As a unit, we want them to know, listen, we're 2 or 3 are God in his name. There's nothing that's impossible. And they came in strong because more than who they are is whose they are. And they're so committed to winning together. So where are those people that say, you know what, I'm committed to winning together. I'm committed to winning as a team. I'm committed to winning as a unit, right? Because that's really most important. So when we're thinking about goals, I broke down goals really quick into an acronym. The G is have gratitude. As you're reaching your goals, have gratitude. And here's what I will tell you. We all have long-term goals, whether those are macro goals, whether those are goals that we want to accomplish in the next 6 to 12 months. But it is so important to have gratitude, right? It is so important to be thankful for the prizes along the way. So like Hadiatu said, if you have that list and you made that list and you say, you know what, I'm committing to 50 today. What's the number for you? Somebody said 100, somebody said 400, whatever it is. You know what? You just had a micro goal checked off on your list to your macro goals, which was you calling the people you committed to. That is a prize along the journey. That is one of the gems, something for you to be grateful for in the midst of you reaching your long-term goals. But stay grateful. Be grateful that people are answering your call. Be grateful that you get to have conversations with people. Be grateful that the people you are reaching out to are still here, that they're still present at such a time like this, right? That we are even able to have a conversation with them. Be grateful. Gratitude, having that attitude of gratitude is going to take us a long way. So again, G, gratitude. The O, you gotta be obsessed. One of my favorite books by Mr. Grant Cardone is Be Obsessed or Be Average. And a lot of times, people can sometimes take that obsession, that passion, and confuse it with you just being overly aggressive. But you know what? It's like when you're obsessed with something, it's why you're obsessed with something. Is it because you're obsessed because you want to change your family's financial blueprint? Is it because you're obsessed that you're saying, you know what, this pandemic not only was a pandemic, it allowed me to have a plandemic, and it showed me that I have to have a plan. It showed me how much time I love spending with my kids. It showed me how much time I love spending with my husband. It showed me how much time I love spending with my wife. It showed me that multiple streams is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. It showed me that it's such a blessing to be a part of an opportunity in the lifetime of an opportunity, but we have to seize the opportunity within the lifetime of the opportunity. What is it that you are obsessed with in the season? Because see, if you're not obsessed with your goals, if you're not obsessed with getting out of the situation that you're in, if you're not obsessed with elevating your mindset, if you're not obsessed with changing your surroundings, if you're not obsessed with being a blessing to people during this season, if you're not obsessed about giving the gift that keeps on giving, because we're tackling every single industry in a monstrous level, whether that is skincare, whether that is travel, whether that is nutrition, whether it's health and wellness, because it is about the whole being of the well-being of your whole being. Again, the well-being of your whole being. So what are you obsessed with? Because if you're not obsessed with something in your goals, you have to have one of those goals that you are obsessed with, that you're going to be relentless, that you're not going to care what's going on, that you're not going to care who's mad at you this Thanksgiving, because right after you had dinner, you're like, excuse me, I got to at least go bang out 20 calls or send 10, 15 messages. What are you going to be obsessed with? Are you going to be obsessed with changing your family's financial blueprint? Are you going to be obsessed with taking advantage of the next 36 hours because it is going to let you know where you're going to be 3 to 6 months from now, 3 to 6 years from now? What you do today matters. What are you obsessed with? What are you obsessed with? Right? Y'all good so far? Cool. The A in goals, awareness. Where's your level of awareness? See, for you to be obsessed with something, you have to inspect what you expect. So what is your level of awareness? See, Hadiatu and I were having a conversation last night, and she said something, and when she said that, it's crazy, and I'm like, yeah, me too. It was a me too moment. See, nobody wants to commit the same mistakes over, because he or she who is wise, he or she who is smart learns from your mistakes, their own mistakes, but he or she who is wise learns from the mistakes of others. Now we're going into a season where we don't want to repeat the same mistakes. We want to be able to add value on a different level, lead on a different level, be able to have that level of awareness. But inspect what you expect. What conversations are you having with your leaders, with your mentors of, listen, I need to be aware of certain things that I can do better in. I want to know what you think I can do better in this season. Because as I'm grateful that I'm getting to my goals, as I'm obsessed because I'm passionate about making this done and I'm determined to make it happen because I made a decision, my level of awareness needs to be there. Because see, once you are aware, your perspective is different. See, just because you and I look at the same information doesn't mean we're seeing the same thing. Just because you and I are looking at the same information doesn't mean that we are seeing the same thing. Let me explain, because the information process along the way is different. So therefore, perspectives shaped or formed are going to be different too. However, what is your level of awareness? And granted, not everything that somebody's going to bring to your awareness you're going to like. That's okay. That is called growth. But somebody has to put the mirror in your face. Inspect what you expect, because once your level of awareness changes, you're going to soar past your goals. But awareness is key. The L for your goals, love. Are you doing this out of love? What you're doing, your goals, are you doing it out of love? Are you doing it because you genuinely want to help people? Because you genuinely want to help your family? Are you doing this because you genuinely love your team? See, there's one of my teammates on here, one of my success partners, Miss Henrietta. And I love her to death. And she recently had surgery and we've been praying for her, and thank God she's okay. And, you know, I remember having a conversation with her, and I was just like, I'm so excited for you to win, because I want you to get all of your sacrifices. I want you to get everything you've worked for. And see, I don't mean getting everything you've worked for, no, in your tenure that you've been in our lifestyle club for X amount of years. I mean everything that you've worked for your entire life. See, my love for people runs different. My love for the game is different because I never have an income goal. I have an impact goal. And because I have an impact goal, I'm going to surpass any income goal that man can ever put for me. Because when you focus on the right thing, when you focus on loving God and loving people, and when you're focused on doing this with love in your heart, everything else, all of the success is just a byproduct of doing the right thing. It's just a byproduct of having a bigger goal, a bigger picture in mind. So are you genuinely doing this because you genuinely want to help people succeed? Because you genuinely want to help them break these the financial chains? Do you want to help them change the cycles of poverty? Do you want to help them shift the paradigms? Do you want to help them shift the generational curses in each and every aspect of your life? So what are you doing this for? The love of what? For the love of who? Do you have love when you're reaching your goals? Because all of that has to do, and people that work with me know, be like, if you don't work with me, you hear me, you're like, man, she's passionate. That passion is borderline aggression. But when you know where it's coming from, when you know the love that it's done with, it's like, man, I'm grateful. So grateful. Make sure you're loving on people. Make sure you're doing things with love and love people exactly where they're at. See, I understand that everybody is going to have the same level of passion, the same level of determination. They're not going to have the same level of ambition, the same obsession. But I'm going to love them enough where they're at. But I'm gonna also go get the job done so they see what it looks like. Make sense? So make sure you're leading with love. Make sure you're working with love. Make sure people know why you're doing this, right? And the S in our goals. What's your secret mission? What's your secret mission? Ask yourself that. As you're doing your goals, what's your secret mission? Take action. David Helgeson put something together yesterday, and they had a call for Get Pig Nation. Shout out to our teams, right, that are just amazing. All of the leaders from the Helgesons to Eric Brzezowski. And they put this thing together, and I'm like, what's your secret plan? What's your secret action? What's your secret mission? And the mission is not secret, but when I say what's your secret mission, all I'm saying is, what's your plan of action? See, because a goal without a plan is nothing but a wish. And you can be grateful, you can be aware, right? You can be obsessed, you can lead with love, you can work with love, but if you don't have a plan of action, it's just merely a wish. And we're not in a season where we're wishing, we're in a season where we're doing. We're in a season where we're doing. So if you're like, what are 3 things really quick that I can do? Number 1, it's like Hadiatu said, what's your personal product order? What do you want to buy for yourself? What do you want to buy for yourself? Number 1, what are you going to, at 10 a.m. Eastern, tomorrow morning, what are you going to buy for yourself? What is it that you want for you? And here's where I'm gonna take it, tie back into what Heidi said. What you want for you, okay, out of those things that you want for you, know the feature, the function, and the benefit of 3 of them. Know the feature, the function, and the benefit of 3 of them. What is your personal order? Number 1. Y'all got that? Cool. Number 2, your top 10 family and friends. Top 10 family and friends. If you're serious, because I know there's a lot of people that are serious on this call of getting their goals done, right? Of surpassing their goals. That list is not going to be a top 10 family and friends. It's going to be a top 20. But at a bare minimum, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, if you have a pulse on this call, at a bare minimum, our plan of action is to at least have a top 10 family and friends list. Collect the orders. Let's collect orders of our closest 10 family and friends before Black Friday starts. So as we're getting off the call and we're sending all of our Thanksgiving messages and we're making the calls, right? Top 10 family and friends. Collect these orders before Black Friday starts. What do they want for Christmas? Do your best to help them with their Christmas gifts. What can they buy through you? You the plug. Yes, you are. We're the plug. Number 3, who are you shopping for? It's the gift that keeps on giving. Who are you shopping for? Your teachers, your friends, your families, your members, your hairstylists, your tax accountant, your coaches, your teammates, people you do business with, your tutors. Ladies, if you got men in your family, help them buy the list. Help them buy the gifts for their loved ones. Help them. Help the men out. You know, men always need help. Sorry, guys. You know it's true. Love y'all. But, right? Help them. Help them get the gifts for the men in your family. So again, what's your secret action plan? Number one, put in your personal product order. What are you going to buy for yourself? And a bonus for that is know the feature, function, and benefit of 3 of the things that you're going to buy for yourself. Number 2, top 10, family and friends. If you're really serious, minimum 20. If you're going to at least have something, 10, top 10, minimum. Collect orders of 10 closest family and friends before Black Friday. Our Black Friday sale starts 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll be ready by 9 a.m. Right? Number 3, who are you shopping for? Teachers, friends, family members, hairstylists. Guys, and I want you guys to know this. See, this is a different, like Hadiatu said, this is a different transition, right? It's not so much about building a team. Building a team is so important as you're helping people. But why is it cool? The people that you're shopping for, because it's not like before that you needed 1,000 reps to go and share memberships, right? What the beautiful thing about this is the people that you're buying gifts for, right? You're like, hey, just support me. Here, you're just getting this. They're going to get these products. And when they get the products, they're going to love it, right? Because if you like something, guess what you're going to do? You're going to love it. And then when you love it, guess what you're going to do? You're going to talk about it. And then when you're going to talk about it, right? But at the same time, you're going to order it again for yourself. And you're going to keep talking about it. Why? Because you like it. Good or bad, we love to brag. And these are so great. You're going to see that, right? And so are all your family and friends. And now the same customers, they're going to be your biggest reps. Yeah. You know why? Because they're not going to stop talking about the feature, the functions, and the benefits of all of these amazing products that we have, of all of the blessings that are going to be in their stockings because of you. So you're going to make a decision as we're getting off this call, 9/11, right? State of emergency. What is your secret plan? Are you going to be the one that is going to get the job done, right? As you're having your secret recipe, like Giovanna said, with your charisma, your excitement, your focus, desire to help others, your hunger. Like Hadiatu said, right? Are you going to make sure that you're going to win the day? Are you going to have clear, defined goals? Are you going to be bold and go back to the people? Are you going to let people know you care enough about them? Are you going to know what your why is? Are you going to recalibrate? Are you going to be opening to learn, right? Are you going to believe? See, belief is a thought that you keep on thinking, like Mr. Byron Shaw says. Belief is the thought that you keep on thinking. Will you believe? And lastly, are you going to go make sure you get your goals done? Are you going to have gratitude? Are you going to be obsessed? Are you going to make sure to raise your level of awareness? Are you going to love what you're doing and who you're doing it for? And lastly, are you going to take action? What's your secret mission today? Thank you guys so much for tuning on. This has been your Breakfast Club call for Thursday, November 26, 2020. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. Super thankful for each and every single one of you. May God continue to bless and favor you, your life, your health, your family, your business, your goals, your desires. If you guys had some value today, right? Heated up each and every single one of these amazing people. Thank you so much, Katie Ann. Again, thank you so much, Giovanna Guzman and Miss Hadiatu Dumboya. Absolutely love you guys. Let's get it. Now is the time. Happy Thanksgiving.